Hi everyone. So, little different location. Gonna try this out. So we have converted part of our garage area into a workout room, and I'm hoping that it's gonna give me a little more space to move around. You'll have to let me know how the sound quality is, because it is a really kind of big area, high ceiling, that it seems like it sounds a little echoey to me. And I'm also hoping that my reception for doing a video using my Wi-Fi is all gonna work. So fingers crossed that it all goes well, and you'll have to let me know. So today we're gonna use the Basu. So hopefully you have a Basu nearby. Go grab one if you don't, and we'll go ahead and get started. We're gonna stretch out on our mat first. So nice and long, legs long. Let's reach those arms overhead, a great big stretch. And on that exhale, let it all relax. So inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale and relax. Let's do that 2 more times. And after that last one, we're going to hug those knees in, pull them in nice and close, and let's do a little side to side rock. Let's drop those arms out like a T. Those feet come down on your mat, and let's go side to side with those knees. Let's meet with those knees back in the center. Let's cross our left ankle on top of our right knee, and we're going to pick that right foot up. Let's do some small circles first. Reverse other direction. And then let's bring this in the center. Maybe pulling it in a little closer. Now keep the legs in this position. We're going to take those arms back out like a T, and we're going to add a little twist in with this move today. So you're going to twist the same side where that knee is up. We're going to take that knee and touch it down to the ground, trying to keep your opposite shoulder on your mat. Let's bring it back in the center, and then we're going to twist to the other side, bringing that foot down on the floor. And then bringing it back to center. Let's put that right foot down. We're going to take that left leg up nice and straight. Let's rotate that ankle. And reverse. Let's point and flex. Good, let's release that leg, and we'll bring it back in, maybe a little closer. All right, let's switch. Let's do right ankle on top of the left knee. We're going to pick that left foot up. We'll start with those small circles. reverse other direction. And then we'll hold it in the center. Maybe bringing it in a little closer. We're going to take those arms back out like a T, and we'll twist, bringing that knee down toward the ground. Both shoulders stay on the mat. Let's rotate back to center. And then we'll twist to the other side, bringing that foot down to the floor. Let's rotate back to center. We're going to place the left foot down. Let's take that right leg up and we'll rotate that ankle. Reverse other direction. And let's point and flex. And let's release that leg, and then we'll pull it back in, maybe a little closer. All right, let's hug both knees back in. You can either roll to your side or roll straight up. We're going to come up to seated. Let's flex those feet and let's sit up nice and tall. Let's roll the shoulders back. Those abs are zipped in. Let's bring those arms up in front, taking an inhale. Let's exhale as we round. Scoop it in. Inhaling up nice and tall. Let's exhale as we round. Let's do that 2 more times. Let's come back to nice and tall. We're going to zip the legs together, feet touching side by side, knees touching. Let's bring those hands to the shoulders. We're going to roll the shoulders back so we're nice and tall, straight spine. Let's inhale. We're going to exhale as we do a twist, twist to the side. Inhale, center, and then to the other side. Staying nice and tall, keeping the legs and feet totally still. Let's do 1 more each side. We'll meet back in the center. You can move those feet back apart a little bit. And let's reach and grab on either ankles or toes. We'll shake those legs out a little bit. And now we're ready for our saw. So those arms come up nice and long, abs pulled in. Let's inhale. We're going to exhale as we reach across. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Alternating. Both arms really long, reaching both ways. Let's hold this next one, reaching for 3, 2, and 1. Other side, reach and hold for 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do our roll like a ball. So pulling those legs in, looking down at the belly button, scooping it in. Let's inhale as we roll back. Exhaling on the way up, keeping those feet hovering above your mat. Let's do 2 more. And now we'll move on to our basu for some V-sits. So let's start nice and tall, really straight spine. And we're gonna grab on underneath the knees and we'll lean back to pull those feet up off the floor and finding that balance. So it's normal to have some movement here since you're sitting on this rounded dome. Keep the good posture, shoulders back, abs zipped in, good breathing. You can continue to hold on or you can release those hands. Let's take a short rest. Now we'll add a little movement. We're going to bring the hands back behind us. They can either touch the back side of the basu or the fingertips can go all the way to the floor. We want to lift the chest, rolling the shoulders back. And we're going to pick those legs up so those feet are hovering above the floor. And we're going to add a leg extension, extending one leg nice and straight, release, and then the other. Let's do one more each leg and a little rest. Okay, I want to give you a choice on this next one. So you can either take the hands back there for a little stability, and you can either take the knees bent at about 90 with those feet raised slightly, or you can take those legs all the way straight. So this is one option. Or we can keep those knees bent at 90 and see if you can release those hands. And then from here you can play with maybe trying to straighten the legs to see if you can hold without falling off your basu. That's quite challenging. So decide which level is for you. And let's take a rest. We're going to lay back on our basu now for our 100. We're actually going to do 2 50s. So we're going to have one leg raised, and then halfway through we'll switch and we'll raise the other. So let's leave the left foot down. Arms stretched out long and straight. We're going to straighten that right leg out nice and straight. Let's look at the belly button, really scoop it in. And now let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. One more set. And you can rest back for a quick little stretch. And then we're going to come back on our mats briefly for some single leg circles. So we're going to have the left foot stay down on our mat, and we'll have that right leg come up nice and straight. Arms are long by our sides. We want to zip into our tightest, skinniest jeans. If you want to put one hand and let it rest on your tummy as a reminder to stay zipped in, that's an option. Back of the neck is nice and long. Let's inhale as we make our circle. Let's exhale as we lift. Left leg stays totally still. Right leg is really straight. We want no knee, no softness or bend in this right knee. Taking your time, keeping it under control. Think belly button toward the spine. Keep that leg really engaged. Last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug that knee in. And now, right foot down, the left leg up really straight. Squeeze that quad, no knee. Get zipped back into those skinny jeans. And let's inhale, circling to the left. Let's exhale as we lift up. Right leg stays totally still and steady. Hips are steady. The left leg as straight as you can keep it. Belly button toward the spine. Keep it really zipped in. Last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug that knee in. Let's go back to the right leg and we'll reverse it. Left foot down, right leg up. No knee, squeeze that leg really straight. Inhale, dropping straight down, then exhaling as we circle it up to the top. Left leg totally still. Make your circle smaller if you feel like you're wobbling. Zipped in, hold that belly button toward the spine. Last 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hug that knee in. Okay, right foot down. Let's bring that left leg up really straight. No knee. Inhale, straight down first. And then exhaling as we circle it up to the top. Right leg totally still, hips are really still. Stay zipped in so you've got that good core stability, those tight jeans holding everything still. No knee. Stay zipped in. Last 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hug that knee in. Okay, we're going to move to our basu. We're going to start with those feet about hip width apart, and we'll lay back over our basu. Get a nice little stretch. This should feel good right now. It might not feel as good in a few minutes. We're going to cross those arms over the chest, resting your hand on the opposite shoulder. We're going to take an inhale over here. As we exhale, we're pulling that belly button down and in toward the spine. We're going to tap our elbows to those knees. Inhale back slow. Exhale, pulling in on that belly button to lift up. Here's our last one. Okay, we're going to change it up a little bit now. You can rest back or you can rest sitting up, your choice. This time we're going to bring the hands behind the head, just the fingertips touching the back of the head. And now we want to pull those elbows back. So it's like we're trying to pull the elbows out of our peripheral vision. We're going to do the same thing we just did. We're taking an inhale here, and we're going to exhale as we come up. We're going to find a really straight spine with good posture. Still trying to pull these elbows back. This is really good for your posture. And then we're going to twist to the side. We're going to come back to center, and we're going to release back down. So it's up, find your best posture, your straightest spine, elbows back, twisting to the other side, back to the center, and back down. Really take your time with this. It's not how many of these you can do, it's how well you can do them. Can you find that really good posture? Can you keep those elbows back so you can't even see them? Keep it slow with the breathing. So inhale on your back. Exhaling as you come up. Inhale, find your good posture. Exhale, twist to the side. Let's do one more on each side. And then we'll take a rest. We're going to add the legs in now. So once we pick the legs up off the floor, or even one foot up off the floor, we're not going to be able to lift the upper body as high. We're still going to keep those elbows back, trying to keep them out of your peripheral vision. We're going to take an inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to twist across, pulling that opposite knee in nice and close. Inhale back to center, foot down. Exhale, other side, pulling that knee in close. Feeling like you're trying to pull that knee toward the opposite shoulder, not the elbow. Pull it toward the shoulder. Exhaling, pulling that belly button down and in toward the spine. Last 4, 3, 2, last one. Take a rest. All right, we're going to move back onto our mat. And we're going to do a big stretch. Legs long, arms reach overhead, nice and long body. Feel those abs release. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And now we're going to do our roll up. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reaching, stretching. Exhale, looking down at that belly button. Now you can stay right here, or option to move the basu in between the legs, so opening those legs wider. This does make it a little harder. It makes it a little harder to keep those feet down. Smooth and slow. No momentum. Let's do 2 more. Really take your time. Slow motion. After that last one, we're going to bring those feet now on top of the basu. Arms come long by our sides. We want to make sure we start with about a fist distance in between those knees. And we're going to lift those hips up nice and high, squeezing those glutes to get those hips lifted up there. I just read an article that this hip lift, this hip thrust, is supposed to be the most effective exercise for the glutes. So it's a good thing we've been practicing it all these years. Abs zipped in, good breathing. Let's add our walking bridge. Let's hold the next one out there. Stay lifted, squeezed up nice and high. And now we're going to lower that long leg and lift. Good, let's put that one down and we'll take the other one out and hold. Let's lower and lift. Good, both feet down, squeeze back up nice and high. Good breathing, holding. All right, let's inhale, we're gonna dip down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Keeping that fist size in between the knees. Okay, last 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold the last one at the top. Good, let's take it all the way down and let's hug those knees in. Pull them in nice and close. And let's circle those knees out and around. And reverse, other direction. All right, good, let's roll to our side to come up. And we're gonna do a little bit of plank with our basu. So let's flip our basu over. And find those hands in a comfortable position on that basu, a place where you can grab a hold. Remember, if it bothers your wrists or hands at all, you could always just do a regular plank with hands down on your mat. When you're ready, let's tuck those toes under and find our nice straight legs, pulling that belly button up toward the spine. Find your good breathing. Neck in line with the rest of the spine. Let's add a little side to side rock. Let's bring it back to center. Now we're going to go forward and back. And we'll hold in the center. And now you have a choice here. You can either tap one knee and then the other to this front edge of the basu, or if you want to make it a little more challenging, we're going to lift that knee over the top of the basu as we pull it in. each leg. Just holding. And let's rest it back. Stretch it back. We're going to flip our basu back over. And now we're going to lay on top of it. We're going to place our belly button in this smallest center circle. And we're going to rest over the top of it. So we're going to stack one hand on top of the other, right underneath the forehead. And now we're going to tuck the toes under to straighten the legs. Okay, take your inhale, and then as you exhale, we're lifting the head, the shoulders, the chest, keeping those hands glued to the forehead. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend and lift. Keeping the belly button pulled in. This is a good strengthener for the low back. Let's flip-flop those hands. Let's do two more. And let's take a rest. Around over that basu again. Let's do a quick little stretch for that low back. You can just hover on all fours over your basu, taking a nice big inhale as we tip the tailbone up, we look up toward the ceiling. And then on that exhale, we're going to drop the head, tuck the tailbone under, stretching that low back. Inhale, tip it up. Exhale, rounding. Let's do that two more times. Okay, we're going to try a little different one today. This is to work the obliques here on the side abdominals. So, a couple different options. If it's extremely difficult, you can put the bottom knee down on the mat to give you more stability, because we're going to be on our side here, and because we're on this rounded dome, you're going to feel like it's a struggle to stay in the middle of it, to stay balanced. Okay, so that's an option to make it a little easier to keep that leg down. A little bit harder is to have just the top leg, have the bottom leg straight with just the foot on the floor, and have the top leg crossed over with the foot down. Still a little more stability, but a little bit less than the first option. The hardest option is to have both legs straight, all right? So whichever one you choose is fine. Listen to your body. We're going to zip those abs and zip them up. And now we're going to start nice and long. So we're going to take both arms overhead. So right now you're straight. Okay, so you're kind of finding your balance here. And now we're going to try to lift Both arms up as we squeeze this oblique right here on the side. So if you reach down and feel that, it should feel really engaged. Breathing, holding, and take a rest. You can even just lay almost all the way down on your side. Couple nice deep breaths. All right, so now we're going to come to straight. Okay, straight is not easy. Straight takes some work too. Again, if you feel this here, even while you're straight, it should feel engaged. But now we're going to squeeze and lift. And release. Relax. Couple breaths. We're going to do it one more time. Let's come to straight. And now, let's lift. Breathe. And rest. So we're going to come up to seated. So you should have both feet over here off to the side. And we'll do a little side stretch. So we'll take this arm up and over. And then that hand comes down, and we'll take this other hand and reach away. Lengthening both sides here. We'll do this on the other side as well. Okay, so let's you can either flip over or you can go around to the other side of your basu. As you reposition yourself, remember your options. Easiest is to have the bottom leg, that knee down on the floor. A little bit harder, bottom leg straight, top foot over. The hardest, both legs straight. Okay? Let's start off with that nice, long, straight body. So think capital letter I laying on its side. And now let's engage this top oblique, and we're going to lift up. And so now we're kind of look a little bit more like a Y. An I and then a Y. Breathe. Abs pulled in. And rest and relax. All right, let's find our capital letter I. Make yourself long and straight. And now let's lift. And rest. We've got one more. All right, find your I, you're long and straight. And now let's lift. And release. Good. Go ahead and sit up, bring those ankles in close. And we'll reach up and over. And then we'll reach away from the basu to the other side. Okay. Let's move that basu down to the end. More work for those obliques. Some side planks using the basu. So we're going to stack the feet on top of the basu. And on this one, remember, it can give you a little extra cushion if you tuck your mat, if you fold your mat over to put your elbow on a double thickness. It gives you a little extra cushion for that elbow. As you set up here, you want that elbow stacked right underneath the shoulder. Okay, we don't want the elbow to be all the way out here. We don't want the elbow to be under here. We want it stacked right underneath that shoulder. All right, let's find our first side plank. Good breathing. Abs zipped in, nice straight body. Those legs are engaged. That top shoulder is back, so we're not slouched or hunched or rounded forward. Find good posture with an open chest. Maybe even reaching that hand slightly back behind you. We're going to take a little rest. Come down slowly and carefully. Option now to add movement, or you can stay right there. If you need to modify, you could always take one foot down in front. This makes it a little easier, okay? Let's come up. Option to add movement. A little dip and lift. Two more. A little rest. Our last one, everybody's favorite. It's the hard one. So maybe it's not for you today. You decide, listen to your body. Option to lift that top leg once we get up into that side plank. Two more. And let's lower down. Feet come off. We're going to stretch just one way this time. So that arm comes up and we reach over toward the basu. All right, let's move the basu over to the other side. Remember, elbow stacked right underneath the shoulder. Get that good alignment so we protect the shoulder. Both legs long, and we'll come up into our side plank. Now remember, you have that option. If you need to make this a little easier, if you need to modify it, we can take this top foot down on the ground in front. That's an option. Good breathing. Let's take a little rest. Come down slow. Adding movement now if you want, or you could simply take it back up and hold. You can modify this one as well with one foot down. So let's take it up. And option to add that little dip. Two more. And a little rest. Our last one, that option to lift this top leg up and down. Okay, let's find that good side plank. Two more. And let's pull those feet off. We'll reach up, long arm, and then reach over the top of the body toward the basu. And let's release. Good, let's bring those feet in front, and we'll do a little stretch for those glutes and hips. One foot in front of the other. And we'll hinge forward, walking those hands out. Couple nice deep breaths. Let's walk those hands back in. We're going to switch those feet. And we'll walk those hands back out. Same thing, other side. Walk those hands back in. Sit up nice and straight and tall, that really good posture. Let's do a great big inhale and a great big exhale. Great job, everyone. We can put that basu away for several more weeks. We've got about a 6 or 7 week rotation going on with all our different equipment. So you don't have to see it again for a while if you don't want to. Okay, so we'll take a little break here and be back in a few minutes for some yoga. Have a great weekend.